Sheikh Jassim is preparing to make a record bid. Qatari billionaire Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani is preparing to offer the Glazer family, owner of Manchester United, £6 billion to buy the club. Sheikh Jassim has said that if he buys Manchester United, he will clear the club's debts and increase its transfer budget. It also allegedly plans to invest in the club's infrastructure and upgrading Old Trafford's capacity. There has been talk lately that Avram and Joel Glazer wanted to sell the club to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It was even written in some newspapers that the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe had agreed on the price. But according to the latest information, Sheikh Jassim has not given up and will make his last big offer. Sheikh Jassim's bid for Manchester United will be the biggest sales deal in the football world. According to the Sun newspaper, Sheikh Jassim will buy the entire club by paying £6 billion. So what is your opinion on this matter? Who would you like to be the new owner of the club? 5 League One players new Manchester United owners could pursue this summer. Manchester United could be one of the main protagonists of the upcoming transfer window if the long-awaited takeover goes through by the end of the season. League One has recently emerged as a talent factory, as we look at the 5 potential targets the new Man United owners could pursue at the end of the season. Jean-Claire Todibo. Since swapping Barcelona for Nice in 2022, Todibo has developed into one of the most highly rated defenders in France's top flight, recently attracting interest from Man United and Newcastle United. According to Fabrizio Romano, the French side could part company with the 23-year-old in the summer, although it may take up to €45 million to convince them to sell. Recent injuries to Lisandro Martinez and Raphael Varane have exposed United's lack of strength and depth, leaving Erik ten Hag with underperforming Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof as the only 2 out-and-out centre-backs. With the club already looking to offload both long-serving underachievers, the arrival of a new central defender looks inevitable, and Todibo could be a viable option. Khéphren Thuram. Another nice star that has generated plenty of interest from the Premier League is the son of the legendary Lilian Thuram, Khéphren. Closely followed by Manchester City, Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain, the up-and-coming box-to-box midfielder could be a subject of a transfer tug-of-war in the summer. Having made over 100 appearances for Les Aiglons since moving from Monaco in 2019, the 22-year-old has earned a place in the France national team, becoming one of the hottest properties in the market. With Christian Eriksen dealing with recurring injury problems and Fred and Scott McTominay performing below the Man United level, adding a new midfielder could be at the top of United's priorities in the next few months. Bronco van den Boomen. Speaking of the Red Devils' pursuit of a new midfield metronome, the outgoing Toulouse playmaker Van den Boomen is an intriguing prospect. Van den Boomen has been one of the most creative players in League One this term, racking up 6 goals and 8 assists to help his side secure survival on their top-flight return. At 27, he has just entered his peak years and could be a decent option for Man United, especially considering his potential move to Old Trafford won't cost a dime. Taram Mafi. Unlike Van den Boomen, the Red Devils would likely have to allocate substantial funds to persuade Nice to sanction Taram Mafi's permanent sale. However, addressing his team's growing scoring problems is one of Ten Hag's most significant tasks going into the summer after Anthony Martial and Wout Weghorst failed to live up to expectations. Mafi has gone from strength to strength in League One this term, amassing 16 goals in 29 league appearances for Lorient and Nice, a side he joined on a short-term loan in January. But with Les Aiglons having an obligation to buy him for €30 million at the end of the season, Man United would need to table an attractive offer to lure him away from the French Riviera. Jonathan David. When it comes to the most expensive League One strikers plying their trade outside the Parc des Princes, Lille talisman David must be the number one. Old Trafford is one of them after the Red Devils added the 23-year-old to their shopping list 6 months ago before deciding to go for Weghorst for some unknown reason. Ten Hag is already aware of his mistake in the winter transfer window and could rekindle his interest in David to put Manchester United's scoring difficulties to bed once and for all. Manchester United set to battle Chelsea and Spurs to sign Emiliano Martinez. Manchester United are set to compete with Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur in the race to sign Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez this summer, according to Gaston Edel. The Argentine has been a superb performer for Aston Villa since his move in 2020, and it appears he is prepared to pursue a bigger challenge at the end of the season. Martinez is not the best when it comes to playing out from the back, but the Argentine would be an upgrade on David De Gea. He is more confident and comfortable with the ball at his feet. Similar to De Gea, Martinez has excellent reflexes between the sticks, but the Argentine likes to make regular runouts and high claims, which the former has been reluctant to. Martinez is currently valued at €28 million by Transfermarkt, but Aston Villa could easily demand close to £50 million if they decide to part ways with the experienced shotstopper. Bruno Fernandes says Manchester United want Champions League football next season. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes has spoken about the importance of qualifying for the Champions League ahead of Saturday's Premier League clash against Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Red Devils recently suffered back-to-back losses against Brighton and Hove Albion and West Ham United on the road, and this had reduced their advantage over fifth-placed Liverpool. They are still 1 point ahead of the Merseyside outfit with a game in hand and may have to win 3 of their remaining 4 top-flight games to ensure Champions League qualification. Amidst this, Fernandes has admitted that the club want Champions League football and they deserve it, having got themselves into a commanding position to finish in the top 4. The Portugal international added that he is pleased that the club have performed above initial expectations and believes they will be fighting for much bigger things soon. As per The Athletic, United could start with a budget of £100 million this summer if they qualify for the Champions League. Additional funds could be recouped from player sales. Marcus Rashford finishes 5th in FWA Footballer of the Year rankings. The Manchester United forward is behind Kevin De Bruyne in 4th, Martin Odegaard in 3rd, Bukayo Saka in 2nd, and, unsurprisingly, Erling Haaland has taken the top spot, with 82% of the FWA members' votes. Rashford has enjoyed the most prolific campaign of his career so far, netting 29 goals and picking up 11 assists along the way. He has 5 matches remaining, including the highly anticipated FA Cup final, to find that elusive 30th goal. The 25-year-old has undoubtedly been the Red Devils' standout attacker and has played a pivotal role in their form this season, which included scoring in the Carabao Cup final to end a 6-year trophy drought at Wembley. He is expected to be rewarded for his efforts with a lucrative new contract deal and is currently in talks with the club regarding terms of the proposal, as United look to fend off interest from other teams across Europe.